Hey Ollie,
Yes.
do you want to play a game?
Probably not, but we're on camera.
This is the deck of many Daves.
I was just gonna... Yep, okay.
So pick a card.
I'm nervous about this. Alright.
Alright, this will decide your fate. What'd you
Okay.
get?
3 of spades.
Okay, you die. Let's try that again.
Yeah,
Destiny is in flux a lot, so try again.
Okay. I'll pick a better one this time.
Alright, what'd you get?
9 of hearts.
You get mauled by tigers.
Fuck.
Oh, okay. Okay, one last one. One last one.
I feel like this game is rigged.
It's not rigged, it's the deck of many Daves. Alright, pick a card.
I got the 9 of hearts again. Being mauled by fucking tigers again.
No one wins.
Hey, and welcome to... Shit,
Whoa.
what's that show called?
Whoa, it's all shiny and different.
You may be noticing that this week on NPCs of Tal'Dorei, we have a brand new camera. You can see the quality. Look how sharp we are. Look, you can see we're all defined.
This was a bad idea.
Hey guys, welcome to our latest episode of NPCs of Tal'Dorei. Bringing back the episode of Critical Role 95.
Correct.
Yeah,
You
correct.
Good job.
Which is 1 year after the last episode left off.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Well, a year ago. Depending on your perspective on everything.
Yeah, linear time strains and all that kind of thing.
Yeah, so the episode started off with basically a recap of what everyone was doing. So we went person by person, so we'll start with Grog, obviously in this review, because we did that in the show. Go for a timeline what he did. So he looks for Scanlan, no luck.
Which was, I found sad. I was like, well,
he gets tattooed.
yes.
He went to Vax'ildan to fight in the Crucible. And
Defended his title multiple times.
Remained as champion.
Yeah.
And then he had a deck of many things.
Oh god, I knew this was coming back at some point.
I am so happy this happened. I'm so happy.
So Grog brings out the deck of many things once again, having gotten it back from Vex after she tricked him into thinking that he had it.
Yeah, and possibly ruin the magic, but it seems alright.
Yeah. They mentioned that this probably happened in the first week of the break,
which
the year break.
I don't think anyone will argue with.
No,
I'm pretty sure.
Probably right.
Yeah, I'm surprised it didn't happen like before then.
Yeah, but Grog, even with his intelligence of 8, still managed to have a somewhat clever idea of offering someone else the choice. Of
a drunken random person
in some tavern in the middle of shithole nowhere. We can't. Can we swear on this? We've done
did
it
last episode.
So the guy picks out a card from the deck of many things.
Yes. And it went very well for him. It seems like this is the deck of many glorious things.
He picks basically one of the best cards in the entire deck, which is the Wish card. Yeah. And Matt rolls a dice, he gets 2 wishes. That would have been a good one to draw yourself there, Grog.
Yeah, and it's quite funny the fact that Grog never got his name.
Yeah.
And he ran off and he still got one more wish.
Yeah.
So it seems like a brilliant thing to happen. Like he did some good, but who knows what the guy did with his other wish.
His other wish could really come back to haunt the party.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
And I think I think Matt was just rubbing his hands. I'm going to make them pay for this.
Yeah.
Grog needs to stop having good things happen.
The deck of many things does come out again in the episode, but we'll talk about that soon.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Ashley teaches Grog to read.
We'll go to Pike next.
Yeah.
Pike, because Pike's story is kind of intertwined with Grog, she also travelled with him to Vax'ildan.
Yeah.
Fought in the Crucible, became second, because they decided to call it a tie, handshake.
Yeah.
However they did it. Stop looking for him. Anyway, Pike teaches Grog how to read.
Which is lovely and cute.
It's about time, because he's tried so many times.
He got like 1 or 2 letters, I remember.
Last time, but now he can read like 4-letter words.
Yeah.
I think he can spell his name. I think that's what they said.
Yeah. Because Ashley and Grog is probably my favourite relationship out of all of Vox Market.
The monsters.
Yeah. Pike and Vex start a bakery, which
I know they all start a bakery. I think they all decide just. I believe I've got the name here. It's called Slayer's Cake.
Slayer's Cake, parody of Slayer's Cake, who's obviously one of the guilds. I just thought that was hilarious.
Yeah,
because these people that have saved the world of Exandria many times, slayed dragons and pit fiends and traversed the 9 hells and all the planes, just kind of chill out and
make pastries.
Yeah.
Pastries. Anyway, she learns stealth. She gains a little bit of stealth.
Which she desperately needs, because her heavy armour is always the thing that, when everyone else is slinking by the shadows like panthers, there's just of Pike.
Yeah. And also she sends money and a letter to her family, which comes up later in the episode.
Yes.
She also looks for Scanlan. She's one of the ones that keeps an eye out.
Because Pike and Scanlan, that's my second favourite relationship.
This is really a relationship. It's kind of like one-sided.
Yeah, it's kind of...
Like, Pike has a... Like, there's one mystery of the entire story that I don't think anyone knows. Is Pike said that she's in love with someone.
Yeah.
But no one knows who it is.
Yeah.
I don't think it's Grog. Because otherwise, you would see some more of a romantic relationship.
That was
there.
somewhat early on, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was basically when the proposal happened, when Scanlan proposed to Pike.
Yeah.
And then Pike is trying to explain herself, and she goes, "My heart also belongs to somebody else." And then Scanlan goes, "What?"
Yeah.
But that's about it.
Yeah.
So
we don't know who that is, but
no. Anyway, next up is Vex.
Yeah.
So she discovered the offspring due to her role being in the Greyhound.
Mm-hmm.
But she didn't have any luck there, apparently. She had bad rolls off screen. She builds a new house, builds a little animal sanctuary for Trinket.
Yeah.
Terry moves in, and they become besties.
Yeah, so actually builds herself a house. Vex builds herself a house.
She also makes a teleportation circle. She works on that, which is completed later in the episode. She bonds with Terry. They get new dragon armor, which is the artwork on that would look real fun.
Yeah.
Real bloody badass.
Yeah.
All that happened on Vex. It's obviously intertwined with everyone else's stories, but that's predominantly about her.
Mm-hmm.
Next up is Vax. So he is just the right hand of the Queen of Zephyrah? Keyleth.
Zephyr, yeah.
No, Keyleth, basically. So he establishes a small altar at that location.
Yes.
Gets a little bit more tattoos with Keyleth, I think. It might have got tattoos.
Yeah, Keyleth, because of the antlers and the shoulder pieces, what are they called? Spauldrons.
Yeah.
Were a bit too heavy, so she's got tattoos.
And she also, he also did some study with Vax.
Yeah.
Vex, about the Raven Queen.
Yeah, which is good because they kind of owe her quite a debt.
Yeah, did. We'll go to Keyleth next.
Yes.
So she obviously has her queen obligations, going around making peace, doing all the queen's. What does the queen do?
She does that.
Yeah.
And drives by people. And, very, very good.
I'm assuming that she did that for the entire
Probably, yes.
Just walking you through the streets, just doing this.
Yeah.
They established an orb alarm system.
Yeah, which I thought was interesting.
It was a bit of a. It felt like a cheat. A little bit. But I guess with so much chaos, you would think they would come up with a better system of looking after everything. So it kind of makes sense.
Although someone did mention, I think it was Grog said, but what stops some random 11-year-old coming in and hitting the orb and setting off the beacons?
They're heavily guarded.
Yeah.
In the conversation. It's like Grog was just like, what happens if I touch this? So you research alchemy, which I thought was interesting.
Mm-hmm.
She bonded with Vax. Bonded with Vax.
Which actually also comes in later in the episode.
Yeah. And then they decide to all take a journey to the theatre.
Oh, yeah.
So
they see some very bizarre play of...
Yeah, some weird kind of trippy play. They had to disguise themselves as things.
Yeah.
And only half the party could understand it. Because I think it was Vax, Vex, Keyleth, and Terry went. And I think only Terry and Vex actually understood.
It was something like that, yeah.
Something like that. And then they explained it all to Percy. Which we'll move on to what Percy was doing.
Yes. What was Percy doing, Dave?
He hired Terry to be his manservant.
Correct.
That's pretty much the He tried to build a new pair of glasses and failed miserably twice.
Yeah. Bad tinkering rolls.
Bad tinkering. Ended up getting Terry to do it. Established the Riflemen of Whitestone.
Yeah, which I thought was a cool name.
Which is an elite guard that protects... I
Whitestone.
assume it's like a royal guard that protects, Whitestone.
Yeah. Whitestone being their main base of operation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're basically just upping their defences because they haven't really spent a lot of time doing that. And then he slowly tried to establish Whitestone as like a Whitestone of tomorrow. So it's like technically more advanced than any other city.
Yeah.
Trying to show how people that they should be living, the better ways of living, and all that kind of stuff.
D&D progressive society.
Yeah, it's pretty much.
Okay, so before the last episode of Vox Machina's Adventures, where they said that we're going to go a year into the future, myself and Dave, on this very channel, and on this very series, in fact, predicted what we thought was going to happen.
Yes. So we haven't had any confirmation of anyone getting married.
No.
I don't think they did, otherwise it would probably
They
would have
probably
been
would have mentioned it, so, yeah.
We'll leave that to rest. But we predicted what would happen with Dodie, whether Terry would create Dodie 2.0.
Yeah.
I predicted that, or Ollie predicted because of the genius that is Sam, which I still agree with, he would come up with a new robot.
Yeah.
That didn't happen.
No.
Doty 2.0 exists, and now he says Terry.
Much as it pains me to admit, he was right.
Just use Terry's hole.
So, Doty 2.0, who's the only word he can say is Terry, but there was Terry, yeah. It was,
Terry.
Terry, yeah.
But that's all the main things that all the individual guys did. What do you think of? Do you think it was a lot, a little? Do you think?
I thought it would have been more, because 1 year is a long amount of time. I suppose those were the main points, and maybe in the next couple of episodes they might say, oh, by the way, there was this, but then you've got that whole thing of, did they say that originally? Are they adding that as part of the story?
Well, from what we understand and what was said at the beginning of the episode, they all sat down with Matt earlier that week and talked about what they did.
Yeah. So I think that will be final, because...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, because I remember there was a time where Travis was kind of saying whether he did offer that guy or not.
Yeah.
A chance to pull another card.
Yeah.
And I think he Matt was like, no, you didn't.
Yeah.
Because that had already been discussed earlier. But Travis was like, yes, no. What did I do? So Matt's going to hold them by those certain rules.
Yeah.
They can't just make up things as they go along.
But yeah, I thought it was interesting, and I thought they did stuff that affected the world, which is always fun in D&D. Because after a time of your players, from a DM's perspective, travelling around these cities and stuff, they get to know what's going on there, and they know the events, and they're generally dealing with things that affect people and places. It's just interesting to let them change the world a little bit, and that's what they do.
And it's worth also noting the fact this is the last chapter of Vox Machina. That's been said. It's actually been said on, I think it's Talks Machina and a few times by Matthew. The fact that this is the final chapter of Vox Machina before they finish the Vox Machina story. Now, he has said they're going to continue doing Critical Role, maybe just in a different capacity with new characters.
Yeah.
But this is basically their last chance of kind of setting up the world before they do the last hurrah of everything.
So we're at a really crucial turning point in the story, because the last leg, knowing Matt and knowing the players, is going to be unbelievably epic.
And the players are quite strong. I mean, you just look at Keyleth alone.
Yeah,
she could mess up anybody.
After a long amount of time, you get into the mythic D&D, where your players basically become like gods and battle gods.
And I think that's what they're realizing and kind of understanding. I mean, this game's gone on for about, what, three years?
Three and a half.
And there's only so far you can go with it, and I think it's, from a creative storytelling point of view, it's brilliant to wrap up a story.
I mean, there are campaigns that only last 4 sessions, you know. Some of the pre-gen campaigns, a bit longer than that. But this is an epic masterpiece of storytelling that has gone on for,
and as much as we want the story to continue, I think it's good to put a full stop on it. Yeah. I mean, the world's still going to exist, so that the new party or whatever they do, whether I don't know whether it's been established whether they're going to still use the same world or going to create something brand new.
Yeah.
But it is part of the overall story. You can't have a story go on forever.
Yeah. So while we love Vox Machina and we're very emotionally invested in these characters, I trust in Matt and I trust in the players that whatever they do next will be fantastic as well.
And we'll follow along with them and see what happens. Yeah. So we'll go along to what they actually did as a collective group. So they did celebrate the Mistress of the Grey Hunt, which was Vex. They had a little shindig, had a little party to celebrate her.
A bit of mulled wine, maybe.
Yeah, a little bit. And then they went off to the Bay of Gifts. Gifts.
Gifts.
To celebrate the Winter's Crest, which is their version of Christmas. Yeah, anyway, so they went to celebrate, and that's when all these shenanigans happened on their holiday.
So just the idea of a holiday for adventurers, I think, is quite funny. Imagining Grog, this battle-worn, blood-stained, tattooed, scarred being just chilling out in a snorkel.
Making sandcastles.
Yeah, the sandcastle.
And not being very good at it, and messing it up, and Terry getting really frustrated. That was a great moment.
That was fantastic. It's just so cool, the juxtaposition of killing a pit fiend and building a sandcastle in the same campaign.
Just this massive guy.
And then some of them went snorkeling. Keyleth used some spells to let them breathe underwater.
There were no mermaids.
There were no mermaids, but they did find some imperfect pearls. Vex just wanted to keep hers, but maybe the others will sell them. They were worth a little bit of gold.
On to the prank. So that was the main thing of this holiday. Obviously, a lot of other things happened, but the main thing of the holiday was...
Grog built a hole.
The hole, we're not talking about that prank. We're talking about how Vex
steals Tyrion's clothes
Yep.
while Tyrion is being buried by Grog.
Yes. And then Vax hides his armour inside of Percy and Vex's room.
It's worth noting that when he went to do the sleight of hand check to steal the clothes, he rolled a natural 20.
Easiest way to get away with it.
Yeah.
When Terry goes to find out what's happened, Vex says Percy did it.
Yeah.
And then Terry goes to their room and decides to unleash 2 hounds in their room that just shits and pisses on everything.
Yeah. And then ends up screwing. But I thought that was a weird thing.
They end up just doing it on the bed.
As you do.
Yeah.
So 2 wild dogs, and then Vex, upon finding this, all hell breaks loose, and the wrath of Vex is incurred once more.
Yeah.
As she...
You never want to piss off Vex.
No.
That's the one thing. Like, Terry should know this from their first introduction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vex is not someone's who you want to be on the bad side of.
Yeah.
At all. So she grabs Vax by the hair. There's a moment where they both roll. It's Vax's acrobatics versus Vex's... I've got it written down. Athletics. So acrobatics versus athletics. You've got a 29 versus a 6. So
Who's going to win?
off goes Vax. He gets out of the grapple, which they counted it as a grapple, being held by the hair, because Vax, has long hair. Laura, however, then produces Trinket from the necklace, who starts chasing Vax, and because Trinket's movement is 40 feet and Vax's is 30, Trinket catches Vax, jumps, pins him to the ground, and Vax starts rubbing his belly, and Trinket kind of goes, and then Vex goes, hey, don't fall for it, and back into beer mode.
And pisses on him.
And pisses on him.
Yeah. Don't forget the crucial point.
No, of course not. We can't be talking about this.
Gotta talk about piss.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Then Keyleth, high-level druid.
A queen.
A queen. Someone that's completed her Aramente, urine bends, and uses her control water to lift the urine and throw it into the ocean.
As you do.
What are they on?
And
Sometimes
then she tried to just do some animal handling and fell miserably.
with a natural 1.
A natural 1 and then just ran off.
With some jerky that she just produced from nowhere.
Yeah. Everyone's got jerky. I
Yeah.
got jerky. Then Vex, being so pissed off, goes to Terry and goes, why'd you do this? And they end up actually having a nice little deep and meaningful moment, and then vow to get Vex back.
Yeah.
So
that's happening.
Yeah, it's going to happen. It's going to be good.
That's going to be epic as well.
After a little bit, or once we go back to Whitestone, after the holiday, we'll go back to Whitestone, and Grog and Pike do a bit of a deck of many things.
I'm always, because I know the deck of many things. I've seen it. You can actually buy one on eBay for reasonably cheap.
Matt Colville, I'll link it in the video below. He has a very good video on the deck of many things.
Yeah,
it's really good.
I'm always so excited because it does some permanent, badass, awesome, and horrible stuff.
Yeah.
So when Grog and Pike, or when Grog brings out the deck of many things and takes it to Pike and explains that he offered the choice, it's the first time Pike's ever heard about it officially, as in character.
Yeah, he talks about how he got a sword. Well, a sword that kind of, he throws it and does all these...
Yeah. So his first card that he pulled produced the magic sword. The card that he offered to the random drunk in a tavern was the wish card. God, that would have been a good one to pull yourself.
Yeah.
So he takes it to Pike and essentially says, should we? And they decide to flip a coin. And I'm on the edge of my seat at this point going, yes, come on, pull
I'm like that too. And I was so glad when they flipped it, and it wasn't that, that was for you. Let's do it again.
Do it again.
And it wasn't still.
They did it twice, and they flipped it to the side, and both times it said, don't.
Let's see if we can.
Yeah.
Alright. Heads, we go for the deck.
Okay.
No, God damn it.
Come on.
Goddamn fate.
Even on NPCs of Tal'Dorei, the Fates still know that the deck of many things is too powerful to mess with.
We would have drawn out of the deck of many days.
Out of many days, yeah.
We probably would have died. That was a really good scene. I love that. But then we kind of go on to Pike's relatives arriving.
We kind of... Is this the first... I think, as far as I know, this is the first time we've met Pike's family properly.
I think we've heard things... I can't remember. It escapes me right now.
Yeah.
But
I'm only up to about 53 on the YouTube.
Now keep in mind they arrived mainly because of what Pike did during her time, and the fact she sent money and a letter away.
Yeah.
So they got
part of her 1 year gap thing.
And she doesn't like her family at all, based on the old history of it all. A few debacles.
Yeah, debacles.
Shenanigans at the bakery. of getting a lot of food, and
Slaves,
Terry kind of being a little bit oblivious about what really is going on.
Yeah.
We learn about the blood curse that
Yeah.
Pike has.
The character for what was his name? Worthington, Witherhand, Wargman. The guy, the old dude.
Oh, Uncle Aldrin.
Okay, I was miles off with that.
They throw out a lot of names, which we can check.
So the elder of Pike's family, who's Matt's character that he created, the voice and the character was so cool.
That's always.
Yeah. So he'd been having visions. Now visions themselves I use in both my games. They're a really cool tool if you're a DM to give your player visions, because if at any point the party's completely lost, you can go, oh, here's a hint. Or something, and it's just a good way to tie characters together.
Oh, you used that in our game.
I did, yes.
Yeah, now I get why you did that. That
Yeah,
makes sense. So we were going completely off track, and you're like, oh, I gotta give him this. Yeah, okay.
Exactly.
Smart.
The player that gets visions in my other game started off as a gift from Pelor, the god, and is becoming now more of a curse. But vision's always good to have in D&D as like a backup in your pocket kind of tool. If at any point they need information they can't get, or they don't know where to go and need help, you just kind of say, and now your pupils dilate and you fall poof on the ground, but the dream state you find yourself in leads you here. The blood curse.
Yes.
Every member of the Pikefoot family, every generation, we learn from this old withered dude with bad eyesight but an awesome voice, has a blood curse.
Now, did it really elaborate what exactly it was?
No.
It was very vague.
It was.
And that's where we kind of left off the end of the episode, of the party kind of splitting up, some of the parties staying.
Never split the party.
He tried. I mean, our party was about to split in our game, and he was very against it. But in this scenario, so half the party's going to go to Wilhelm.
Yeah.
And so that's the great grandfather of Pike. Who's a cleric. I think he's a cleric. He went in those ways, and that's why they're at odds. To find out more about this blood curse, because obviously he might know something about it. And the other half is going to stay with the family that's in Whitestone at the moment to try and figure out whether there's more or just to keep an eye on them. It's pretty much where we're at with it, and maybe this is where we're going to go from now on. I'm not entirely sure whether this was just something that happened during the year, or was this actually from where the year's starting from?
So to me, the blood curse thing, I noticed that Matt will use character moments and character story points as the leading driving force of the quests. The quest lines, the Aramente for Keyleth is a great example of that. So I think that it probably is quite important, the blood curse, especially the amount of time that he spent on.
Well, it seems pretty odd for him to just throw that in there and that to be a side thing.
Yeah, so it's probably going to be a driving force in the next couple of episodes. Yeah.
The main question I have from this episode is, are we done with recapping the year?
Yeah.
Or is this still contained within the year gap?
Yeah.
So that's something I'm questioning. I'm assuming it's at the end of this is how the journey starts again.
Yeah, that's what I got that kind of feeling too as well. But we'll find out next week.
Yeah, I mean, overall, it was a really good episode, good establishment episode. You need them once in a while, especially when you come to the end of the chapter and the beginning of the chapter, so that's why we've had a little bit of a low-key kind of D&D.
Some of you out there might have been disappointed that there was no combat this week, but rest assured there'll be some pretty epic combat next week.
The combat needs to be earned as well. It's something you just don't just do. Sometimes you just have our personal game, I think we've had 2 sessions, maybe 1.5 sessions of just no combat. Yeah. And that's all because you need to establish the world. You have to earn the combat. Because otherwise you just you walk across random goblins. Alright, we'll fight. And
there's also that thing of, I try not to do this, but having your formula for your D&D games be too set. You have social encounters, and then at the end of the session you have a combat. You kind of keep your players on your toes, otherwise they're going to do that. I've actually just today bought some new battle maps for our games.
And that may come up in a future series we have on this channel.
Yes.
So mind for that.
Eyes out.
So we go for the LVP, so the low. When we say low, we just mean wah, wah, kind of moment.
We're not being overly critical.
Well, I would say the sandcastle building. Just failed.
I think probably the urine bending for me was the LVP moment.
Yeah.
Because I was eating toast at the time. And it kind of put me off my food a little bit.
Oh yeah, it does that.
Yeah. But my MVP is definitely Vax stealing Tyrion's clothes with a natural 20 sleight of hand check.
Did you hear Terry's new name for it?
No.
Little E.G.
Huh.
Elf Girl. Yeah, and my MVP, well, the best moment I would say for me, it was probably the prank.
Yeah,
I would call that a low moment. I think that's a good kind of like release tension. They're not trying to kill everything, and also the deck of cards.
Yeah, the deck of mini things.
Deck of mini things that finally get used, and yeah,
because it can do. I mean, that can do permanent negative modifiers for your character forever if you pull the wrong card.
And I think it's just something they've toyed with, and it just feels like they need for something bad to happen with that deck in order for them to finally people stop asking them to use it.
And I'm telling you guys, I want it in my game, but they're not high enough level to deal with it yet.
God, there'll be chaos if you put it in right now.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's about the end of the episode. So yeah, overall, good.
Great moments. I thought the role-playing again, Vox Machina, I suppose it's just a product of them playing for so long. When they do an entirely social encounter type of situation or entire role-playing episode, they have that cool contrast of some serious moments, Tyrion and Vex, for example, having that heart-to-heart, and some just hilarious moments of them mucking around on a beach and peeing on each other and dogs having sex in one of their rooms. So again, it's one of those things, if you're a DM or a player, you got to have that balance. You got to have some fun and you got to have some serious, because hey, that's what D&D is about.
Exactly. So thanks all for watching this episode and the others before then.
Yeah.
And thanks for everyone for following this channel. And obviously, if you do like it, share it around, like it up, subscribe to us. I mean,
you might as well. You only live once, right?
Exactly. And we are planning on a little bit more content for this channel.
Oh yeah.
We've got a few things filmed. We've got a few ideas in the works, but trust me, it makes things a lot easier if you guys are on board and giving us ideas for it as well.
Do we want to hint at what's coming next?
We're good.
Coming up on this channel, we have the Tiny Epic Tournament, which is going to be D&D awesome. So check out.
It's a little concept that we're going to play with. We're going to probably make about 3 episodes of it, but if it works, we'll probably make more.
Yeah.
We also got the Dragon Dungeon.
Yeah. Dragon Tavern.
You did that last week.
You stuffed it up.
Dragon Tavern, we've got coming up, which is basically our show for us to just talk about D&D. So it's not Critical Role specific.
You stuffed it up.
Okay. We get it.
Dragon Tavern is us talking about all things D&D, not just Critical Role.
Yeah. So if you've got any ideas for any content that you want us to talk about, throw it in there. At the end of the day, we've got a bunch of ideas that we want to go through, but if you guys tell us what you want to hear, we'll probably do it.
Yeah, awesome. So that's NPCs of Tal'Dorei for this week. Are you looking forward to the next episode?
Yes.
I know I am.